So I'm strolling about in Buckhead. I figured I would do some filming. Why not? It's a beautiful day. The sun was super bright today, which is cool because it's obviously the middle of winter and it's typically, you know, kind of gloomy and depressive looking, which brings me to why I'm filming. So I actually just came through an episode of depression. This is something that I've been struggling with for wow, just about 20 years. Thank you. I've been struggling with it for like 20 years, since I was 14. I think the more prominent symptoms began when I was 14, right after my dad died. But there were probably, I believe that there were some signs of it prior to then, but yeah, I think that situation with dealing with grief from my father passing, that was like the first real tragedy that I experienced, that just set things in motion for me as far as depression. And so unfortunately, I didn't deal with it right away, or I didn't address it right away, even when, you know, the grief counselor told my mom that that's what, you know, she would diagnose me with. I didn't, I rejected that. Yes, of course.
I drive Lamborghinis for a living. Yeah.
Cool, good stuff. What else do you drive? What do you drive?
Oh, I drive Jaguars, the new Bentley truck. You might see me over there in the corner over there. I just parallel parked the Ferrari.
What are your names?
I'm Brandon.
Brandon?
I go by G, but you can call me Cameron, not even know.
Okay.
I go by G, but you can call me George. You know, this Ace Parking, you know, come pull up and park with us.
Okay.
All right? Get you some Shake Shack. Yeah.
You guys just work hard?
Yes. Get this
work hard, play hard?
Yeah. It's cold as hell, but it's all good.
Cool.
Yeah.
This
is our other valet man. Yeah. He's the man.
Hi, other valet man.
Yeah,
hey.
He's the man with the money.
He's the man with the money?
Yeah.
Okay. That's why he's rushing off?
Yeah. You want to have some drinks? Come on.
Nah. Okay. Say bye.
All right, then. Have a nice day. What is your name?
Veronica.
Veronica?
Mm-hmm.
Bye, Veronica.
Bye. See you later. So just had some fun with the valet guys, but I don't even know where I left off. Yeah, so that was like the first, I guess that was the introduction that I had to a mental health diagnosis. I don't even think that I grasped what, you know, depression was at that point. But anyway, I never really addressed it or fully acknowledged it until I was 25. And at that point, it had essentially fully taken over my life, right? So I didn't really have a choice but to acknowledge it. If I wanted, you know, some changes to happen, or if I wanted something different out of my life. So I started kind of on that road of number one, addressing my trauma, and then addressing some of the things with my mom, and what else? Everything under the sun, right? And my depression was certainly part of what I needed to, how you doing? What I needed to address in order to get to in order to get to higher ground, if you will. I just really just did an about turn smack dab in the concrete. I'm trying not to get other people on how you doing? Other people on camera, you know, vlogging etiquette. So anyway, since then, since age 25, I needed to figure out what depression looked like for me, right? What my symptoms are, what my triggers are, and what is a treatment that that helps me to move beyond those depressive episodes and cycles, and also to cope with the fact that I may have, this diagnosis for the rest of my life. So the typical characteristics of depression are fatigue, lack of motivation, helplessness, hopelessness, low energy levels. There are a few more, but those are more of the key markers of depression. And so I exhibit all of those except for helplessness. So I know that if I'm feeling like I don't have a lot of energy, or if I'm tired all the time and I don't want to get out of bed, I don't want to leave the house, I'm not motivated, I know that chances are I'm in a depressive cycle. Also, one of the things that is an indicator for me that I'm in a depressive cycle is if I just become irritated by everything, irritated and just annoyed by every little thing. I know that something's wrong, and the reason why I know that these things are indicators for me, that something's wrong, is because at this point I know what my personality is when I'm not in a depressive cycle, right? So I know what my thought processes are. I know what I know what my motivation level is. I know what my energy levels are. I know who I am outside of a depressive cycle or episode. So when I am acting uncharacteristic to who I know myself to be, I know that there's something wrong. And so the first thing that I want to do is name it, right? I want to call it out, and at that point then I'm able to reflect on how I got there, and make a mental note, obviously, of what my trigger may have been that specific episode, and then pray through it, and get busy doing something meaningful. I find that's what helps me when I'm in an episode, and the timing in which I'm able to identify it has varied, but I'll say over the last couple of years, it normally takes me anywhere between one day and maybe 2 weeks to identify it. Right after I graduated from grad school, I noticed that I was exhibiting depressive, symptoms, but I didn't catch it because, seemingly this was probably one of the best moments in my life, and yet I was feeling so down, and it wasn't really explainable. And so it threw me off because, again, this wonderful thing had just happened, and yet how I was feeling wasn't really congruent to it. So I think that's how it kind of missed me for so long, and I wasn't able to name it. It took 2 weeks for me to finally be able to name it. But anyway, once I was able to do that, then I was able to address it using the measures that I explained before. And so in order for me to be proactive in terms of my depression, you guys, if you've seen any of my social media posts, whether it was Instagram or Facebook, you know that I'm totally about being healthy, right? I scream healthy people equal healthy relationships, and I mean that because that's what I live by, right? The healthier I've become, the less frequent, mentally healthy obviously is what I'm more or less referring to, but the healthier I've become, the less frequent my depressive episodes have been. Obviously my quality of life in every other area has responded in like manner, but that was huge, right? Because there was a point in which I went years under this dark cloud of depression, with no hope of it ever lifting. And so to be at a point where I may experience it once or twice a year, well, maybe once to 3 times a year, versus experiencing it consistently 4 years, I think makes a huge difference, or means a lot in terms of the quality of life that I'm able to enjoy now. So that's it. I hope that with me walking around in circles and and making abrupt about faces and all of that, I hope that my rant kind of made sense. But that's it for now. I'm going to continue to walk around and enjoy the sights and enjoy this pretty mild weather, and I will end this vlog now.